What if you found UGC content creators, you have an idea, you want to make sure that you're not going to end up with bad UGC pieces. So how do you actually structure a proper UGC content brief? So in today's video, I want to show you exactly how we structure our content briefs at the agency. Give you this template that you can pretty much copy and paste into your own business today. So with that being said, let's get started. We've actually divided our brief within 3 sections. So the first one is kind of all the top level information about the campaign that we're actually going to be running with these content creators. So we put in the brand's name right here, then we put in the campaign name. Campaign name, it's usually going to be something along the lines of a holiday campaign or new fall collection launch, right? Something about the current event that is happening. So campaign type, we actually have a drop down right here. Do we want something about influencer partnerships or just the content? So do we actually want to make sure that, they post them on their end, or do we just want them to send us the piece of content? So let's say, in that case, we could do just content, campaign objectives. So are we looking for conversions, brand awareness, engagement? In that case, most of the time, it's going to be conversions. Whitelisting license terms. So if we actually want them to actually post it on their profile and give us the code on TikTok as an example for us to run a Spark ads, how long do we want them to keep that code activated for? So TikTok has some preset days that you can choose from. So we just have the same right here, which, 15 days, 60 days, 90 days, whatever that is. Platform, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, or others. So where do we want that content to be posted on? Price range, so also basically how we're going to price them for that specific campaign. And a payment method, so are we just giving them the product, or are we going to give them money and the product? Then in the product space, we'll just basically leave a Google Drive link to the product image, so the product shots, or of whatever product we will send over their way. Then from there, we briefly introduce them to the product. So some of its benefits, some of its features, what makes it stand out, and basically the USP, so the unique selling proposition of that specific product. The URL if the product is already launched. So in some cases, we will be actually doing promotions or campaigns, I should say, with some of these content creators for unreleased products. So if that's the case, we won't put an URL right here because the product is not live. So we'll make sure that we send them a picture of the product and actually describe it in full extent. Or we might just put the product URL right here so that way they can actually see it for themselves in action on the website. Then right here, whether it's a photo or a video, 99% of the time, we're gonna use the video section. So from there, the video length, how long do you want the video to be? Raw or post-ready asset. So pretty important also, do you want the content creators to only send you a raw asset, which means they will send you something that is unedited and you edit it so that way you have more control over the outcome? Or do you want them to send you a fully edited asset? So with content creators that you've already worked with in the past and that have proven to be good at making content for your brand, I'd say give them the freedom to actually edit it themselves. That way it'll save you some time and also you'll be able to have a nice surprise. So video length, raw or post-ready, which one do you want, right? Raw footage, post-ready footage, or post-ready and raw at the same time. Content type, so what type of UGC we want them to do, all of the usual type of UGCs that we'll request, or custom if it's something out of the ordinary, but usually it pretty much always falls under one of these categories. Music, do they put in music or not? If we want them to put in music, the exact link or music title that we want them to put within that video. And then this is where things get interesting. What should content creators do? So this is where we actually brief them up on each of the sections of the content. So usually we're gonna brief them up in 3 different specific sections. So it's basically gonna be, the first one is gonna be about the scene. So what is a bit of a summary of that current shot that we want them to take? So scene or shot, right? As an example, we want them to be outside in the forest on their bicycle, okay? So that could be the overall scene. Then we're gonna talk to them about the voiceover or text on screen if we want them to actually edit the video themselves. So if it's just voiceover, what do we want them to say at that part of the video? And then lastly, we'll give them a reference point. So we'll actually give them either a swap file example, a screenshot of that exact scene, or something so they can base themselves off of that. So we're gonna give them these actually breakdown per each scene of the video. Again, video length here at the top, there's a couple different options that we're gonna choose from. Usually, honestly, it probably won't be more than 60 seconds, but on average, let's just say, let's put the average at about 30 seconds. So it becomes pretty easy. If you think about each scene being anywhere between 5 to 10 seconds, you might do some cuts that are a little bit shorter than that within your editing, but nonetheless from the influencers, we're probably gonna recommend at least 3 to 5 different scenes per video. And pretty important too, what should they avoid, right? This is key because we tell them exactly what we don't want them to do. So we kind of start with the opposite in mind. So I think Alex Ramosi talks about that a lot, which is, as an example, you want to bring your e-commerce brand to 7-figure level per year. So this is good, but you don't really know how to get there. But if you think, how can I not bring my brand to 7 figures? So then you can actually list everything that you would not do, which would make you succeed at not bringing your brand to that level. So in this case is, look, we have a very specific idea in mind for the type of UGC that we want. So we're gonna tell the creators, hey, this is what we do not want you to do, because if you start doing that, it'll lead to a complete failure. And then if we want the content creator to actually post it on their side, then to tag us, and same thing right here, you know, should the creators use hashtags? If yes, what type of hashtags do we want? So that's pretty much it. I invite you to actually just pause through this video and implement something similar to that within your business. Again, to each business, their own type of style. We've used Google Sheets to make what you've just seen right there. You can make that in any other software. You can make it with your own colors. You can make that with, you know, different categories, whatever that might be. You can add some stuff on top of that. That's just the basic structure that we use here at the agency with our clients. Now, if you're an e-commerce brand or store owner making at least $20,000 to $30,000 a month with your brand, I invite you to click on the first link in the description down below and book in a very short demo call with our team. On that call, we'll take a look at your brand, see if you're a good fit for one of our e-commerce marketing programs, like our TikTok offer, where we're doing full TikTok organic management, UGC content production, and all of your advertising needs, or omni-channel marketing. So if that's the case, again, if we see the fit, we'll help you scale through one of these ways. If not, worst comes to worst, we'll just leave you with the free action plan to implement on your own. On that note, make sure you check out other videos on the channel for some more useful e-commerce marketing tips, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.